Hi everyone, this is part 2 of the Macon Area Tennis Association 2021 Captains Meeting. As I told you previously, in this video we will be discussing the websites that are available to all players but are especially important and useful to captains. And knowing how to navigate these websites and what's available will surely make your lives much easier. The first website that we are going to visit is USTA.com. First thing to note is that because they know I live in Kathleen, Georgia, I am directed to USTA Southern. So the majority of the information on my pages will be Southern and Georgia related. If you're interested in COVID-19 updates, they're right here on the bottom right-hand corner. They've got the updates, frequently asked questions, Tennis Industry United, and Play Tennis Safely. If you scroll down, this is what I really like, is the rules of the game. They talk about some of those rules that are not as common, and when they do occur, we all look at each other and try and remember exactly what we're supposed to do. First one that comes to my mind is, can you actually take your racket and put it over the net during play? If the answer to that is yes, under what conditions? The first person to email me with the correct answer will get a prize. The next question that I'm going to ask that they discuss here on the rules are, if you serve the ball to your opponents, the ball is then in play, the point is won, and all of a sudden you realize that your opponents were on the wrong side of the court, what happens? Do you replay the point? Is the point good? What happens? Email me with the correct answer and you will also get a prize. There's a lot of other good information up here about play, improving, news, coach, organizing about. Some you'll find intriguing, some you'll find educational. One thing I did want to touch on, when you're searching, whether this is on Google or whether it's in this search box here on the USTA website, and you're searching for regulations, always ensure that you're reading the regulations that pertain to you and your area. Sometimes, even though you're searching national regulations, Eastern regulations will populate and will come up, and you'll start reading them assuming that they're national or even Southern. So make sure that the regulations that you're reading are not the Eastern or the Erie, Pennsylvania regulations, but are ones for Georgia, the Macon area, the Southern area. That's important. Okay, the next website that we're going to go to is the Tennis Link. It's tennislink.usta.com. The first thing that I really want to emphasize here to help you out is to log in. Log in right here. By logging in, all the information on this page is tailored for me. If I go to My Tennis right here, there I am. There's my membership information, there's my rating. And if I would like to appeal, which a lot of people do, if I want to appeal my rating, I just go right down here to this link and it takes me directly to the process. If I am not logged in, you actually have to go to find NTRP rating information. You have to put in your USTA number. It will take you to another page, which will take you to the final page where you can appeal. It's much easier. Log in. By logging in, I have all this information here that's available for me as well. Sorry about that. All the teams that I'm playing on, it's got my last few matches as well, and my teams that I'm following. I am following this JDS men's team because I'm actually captaining it. Because I can't play on that team, it won't come up on my page, my home page at all. But because I'm following it, I have easy access to it anytime I want to. If we go down here to the home page for my volley girl team, they've got the team summary, which we're all familiar with, match summaries, schedules. That's all self-explanatory. What's interesting is the player roster. This is a quick reference to ensure that each of your players have enough matches so they qualify for state. Just a quick reference. I'm not going to click on it because there's a lot of pertinent information that we should not be privy to, but the player roster, that's one of the most important things you can do. Just click on it every once in a while, especially if you're getting near the times where the season's about to end up and you're questioning whether everybody has enough and you want to make sure everybody goes with you. There's the place to look. Another thing that's super important is the captain's report. And we talked about that in the last video. When we have to do makeup matches and coordinate with the captains, this is where you get their contact information. Go to the captain's report. It'll have telephone numbers and email addresses so you can quickly access them. Another thing that I did want to talk to you about as well that I find to be very helpful are, oh, it's being stubborn, sorry about that, these blank scorecards. Keep you organized. It has the teams that are playing, the match number, first team is always the home team, put your lineup there, all the members are listed. It's just a great way to keep us organized, and goodness knows we all can use that. The final thing that I wanted to talk about too is that when people are doing their online team creations, and I'll get there, they're having a hard time with home facilities if nobody else has signed up using that home facility. And I am going to walk you through how to do that. It's very easy, but if you're not familiar with it, it's not as easy. So we're creating a team, just like every one of you has done. And now it's time to select the facility. Well, when I look, there's no Ted Wright tennis courts. So I select other facility. I know the zip code for Ted Wright, 31005. I input that information, I search, and now all of a sudden there's Ted Wright Park. I click on it and it appears in your home courts. Now it'll be associated with you as your home court, and those captains that also want to play out of there later, Ted Wright will be available for them as well. That being said, I think it's really important that we all remember as captains to coordinate with your home facility as soon as you sign up, or better yet, even before them. Give them the opportunity to make arrangements and to make sure they're going to have enough courts. It's the right thing to do. You need to let them know, and you need to coordinate with them once the schedules are made to make sure that you pay them for the court usage. The sooner you get that information, the better. I mean, they may not have enough room for 12 or 13 teams. So get your name in there as quickly as possible and let them know. And finally, we're going to go to the Macon Area Tennis Association website, which is maconareatennis.com. This is a great website. Lots of good information, lots of good programs, events. Net therapy, if you're not familiar with that, it's a wonderful program working with autistic children, working with people in wheelchairs, and also our soldiers, our veterans. The newsletter is down here. If you don't get the newsletter monthly, subscribe to it. Lots of good information. Just click down here. It'll tell you what's happening, who's being highlighted, congratulations to certain people, tournaments coming up. Just keeping you up to date on what's happening in the tennis world. If you're like me and you have a Gmail account, recently you realized that you're not getting your newsletter anymore. And after doing some digging, I found out that Google had an update, and with their most recent update, Gmail changed slightly. So now all of the newsletters for the Gmail accounts have been going into their promotions. So if you've noticed that you haven't received your newsletter, check your promotions and it'll be in there. You can take it out on a one-time basis if you want to have it redirected so that it goes to your inbox. There are several steps. I'm not going to go through it on here, but I'll be more than happy to walk somebody through if you want to give me a call, and I'll show you how to do that. Now up to the top. For the captains, go to leagues, captains, and this is it. This is your one-stop shopping. It's got all the captains' information that you're going to need in a quick glance. Tennis Link websites, Tennis Link instructions, year-end ratings, 4.0 low updated lists, the schedules, Friend of Court, which is a great resource, local league regulations, Georgia regulations, national regulations, combo and tri-level. If you're not familiar with them but you want to play, they do have different rules and regulations, and you should be familiar with them before you start playing. They've got the facilities and contact information. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. If you have any more questions, please feel free to email me. I will get back with you as quickly as possible, and I will share that information with the other captains as well. And don't forget to email me with the answers to those 2 questions so I can get some prizes out. Okay, great. Have a wonderful day. Bye.